Okay, so I've managed to press the button as it's still on midnight, which is 1-2. This is the time I've scheduled this one for, so hopefully I've sort of matched up with it all, and we're going to be going out straight away. So that was a very satisfying one there. Apologies to you, Dobby, there. I just saw your comment after we sort of was out live and stuff. So yeah, I mean, and then I sort of just seen your comment on the actual rerun vid. And you're absolutely right. Yeah, there was an opportunity, wasn't there, in there? I mean, I'd have to go back and just sort of see it, but I know that I think it did exist there, that there was an opportunity, wasn't there? Because he wasn't covered on the right column going sort of that way. So, yeah, I see what you're saying. So that's interesting, yeah. I mean, that goes to show why you're a higher level player than me. I think you sort of see those opportunities perhaps earlier, and like you say, I was very fortunate to get the second chance on there. So yeah, thanks for that though. Yeah, I mean, it was a very satisfying win, needless to say. See who's going to come back here. Yeah, very satisfying win, needless to say. Gold captain, and sort of wasn't easy. He got my general early, a bit freakishly, really. I mean, that one's going to be fun to watch back, how that sort of you know, he did really get my general early, didn't he? I sort of forgot about that halfway through the game, really. I think I was sort of so concentrated on how I'm going to recover with what I had left. Because the key thing is with, I think you mentioned it, don't you, Dobby, on, I think you mentioned it perhaps on the forum, I read it, where you were sort of saying that one advantage of doing that is it flushes out, you know, I think Alsock had a thread going about his channel and stuff, and on there he's an advocate, or he's showing this sort of technique with a general, and even if you do get it taken early, as you can see that I did, it does reveal that key information. So you know, then it's down to you to sort of make use of that. So yeah, anyway, I've just about to put out the tweet. I've gone for find a new way to win the war. I've got a feeling, did I hear on the news that Twitter have removed this sort of character limit now? Is that why I'm not getting any characters coming up, how many I got left? If anyone knows about that, let me know. I mean, I might Google it later anyway, because it looks as though these are sort of all going out now without even telling me whether I've close to using up the characters or not. So I've got a feeling, and I think, as I say, I heard something on the news, people were talking about the character length. So perhaps I've missed something there, that there was a headline saying that sort of Twitter have scrapped that idea. I'm not sure why they had that anyway, to be honest, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, it does. It just seems to sort of, I'm pretty sure that's over the character limit normally. I'd have to delete one of these hashtags. So, alright, well, I shall then, I've sort of given it a little bit of time, but I shall go straight ahead into what all of you that ever come along, either live or not live, is to play Stratego. So that's what we're going to do. Stratego with Bob is going to fulfill his promise. So yeah, thanks for everyone that comes and goes. I hope you enjoyed that last one. I mean, if you haven't checked that one out, go and check that one out. Victory against a cold captain with a sneaky attack, sneaky scout attack, kind of blindside on him. You know, he was sort of defending down the middle and the right, and I came around the left and done the business on him. So alright, I've got a feeling I've played this one before, Silver Marshal, so I now got to sort of, I mean, you know, I've got to make sure that I keep up that level there, the way I sort of defeated that player. I think I'm 2-1 on the board today, 2 wins, 1 loss. So, and that one that I did lose, a little bit frustrating, not sure. Well, I mean, I think the main thing I can sort of say is that I didn't keep an eye on my numbers of sort of what was up and what was down, pieces wise, for me. And I think he did do something else again, I can't remember exactly, but he did do something else where he sort of got my general dealt with early. That sort of ruins things a little bit of that, of this whole tactic now I'm running on this side of the board. But I was very, very pleased how I sort of managed to salvage things in that last game, but just with my colonels. I mean, obviously I had to get my marshal into play at that moment, and it did sort of work for me. That was pretty amazing, really. Not really sure what he was. I mean, I thought he was going to sit pretty, because, you know, I didn't feel he was going to go back, that's for sure. But why? I mean, the only other thing is I thought maybe he thought it was a colonel coming in, and he wanted the exchange. So yeah, that was good. And it was good as well that the moment I did do that, and I just sort of pressed up, and that ended up sort of pinning his general round that way, and that allowed me my route in. So that was interesting. He did sort of try and make a break for it at one point, didn't he? And it was really lucky as well that I changed my mind, because I was going to try and go in and do something with the scout, but I don't think it would have worked, because he would have just took it with the general. So yeah, oh actually, yeah, he would have done, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to sort of refocus now then, and get cracking for you guys to enjoy this, what's going to happen now. Sorry if I miss you. Okay, there is someone in there now, so that's good. Let me know if everything's coming out loud and clear to you guys, and what the stream health is like. I mean, it seems to have been sort of green most of the time, so I'm assuming that it's all been okay. But I think someone did mention at the start that it was a bit. Alright, well, let's go in with that with the captain then. Okay. And at least then what that'll do is encourage something else to come along. Let's see, I mean, if he does an exchange, wow, okay, so we've got ourselves a nice little colonel straight away there, so we'll take that off him gladly and see what he thinks about that. Okay, let's see here, I mean, if he's got his marshal or not coming in. Yeah, wow, okay, well, I mean, obviously, that's going to mean getting my general out sharpish. So I might just sort of try and make a bit of a route there then. And, you know, this will at least sort of make me have him on the 2 square rule. Let's see, I mean, he's going to sort of... perhaps come back. Wow, okay. So I mean, let me think here. I mean, yeah, if he sort of goes right there, then wow, I mean, that is a bit of a surprise, I must say. I mean, I've got to obviously now start to look to get my colonel here safe. I mean, I'm not going to worry too much now, obviously, about that. I've got one of his colonels, but I've got to make sure that I get my colonel out to safety. Definitely sort of past my marshal now. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, he sort of, he may attack. I mean, I won't sort of risk. Okay, so, well, yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, so yeah, he's now going to potentially sort of come in for that, I guess. So I mean, I might just sort of start to, obviously now I've got to get this marshal into position now. I mean, is he going to, yeah, he's going to lotto down there, so, well, I've got to try and, yeah, at least try and sort of pin him now, I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, not a great deal less. I mean, if he's going to come in now and do an exchange, I guess, you know. See what that is, I guess. So, alright, well, let me think here. I mean, I'm just sort of concerned about exposing this marshal now, sort of before it really needs to be. I could sort of, yeah, try and sort of cover it with a colonel. But he's looking to maybe sort of test. Okay, well, see, I mean, is it worth me running the risk of it? I guess. Try and sort of do him on the 2 square rule here. Maybe just try and zap that. And he's going to do an exchange, but I mean, at least that means that the kernel advantage still there, you know. But yeah, I mean, I could do with sort of getting this covered, really. I mean, if he's going to come in with a kernel, which is unlikely, obviously, but I just want to maybe sort of get some sort of cover here. I mean, he's probably assuming now anyway that it is, you know. So, alright, well, I'll go this way. I mean, then just maybe sort of just cover there. Let's see. I mean, I've probably made this a bit harder for myself than I need to, but I mean, I can go here, I guess, now. Just sort of press. Okay, so I mean, if I maybe sort of try and trick him that way again, just to see. Maybe press. Well, I mean, now he's sort of definitely gonna know, isn't he? So, right, well, at least that does sort of pin that. I mean, I guess I'll sort of just take this now. We know we sort of got him pinned there. Okay, so I mean, is he sort of saying there that that's his other kernel? It's more than likely that that's what he's saying, you know. So, okay, well, I mean, what that will mean is then that I've got a potential attack down this side with this kernel, because obviously that'll be his two kernels done. I mean, he's not going to come in that bold with a spy, so I shouldn't be too concerned about that happening to me, I don't think, here. So, alright, well, yeah, I mean, if that one is the kernel, then that'll give me this opportunity here. Yeah, alright, okay, well, so I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, this is the thing I could have done without that, really. Because you know, he's obviously now knows about it, you know. I can't remember if that one's moved, unfortunately. So I mean, he's obviously now just going to look to hide away there anyway. So okay, well, what I may do then is just start to make use of some of this stuff down there. I guess out of the two kernels, I mean, there's not a great deal I can do really, other than sort of do an exchange there. Okay, well, that's interesting. He's sort of going back again now. I mean, yeah, what I may do is just start to get this miner out up there. I mean, he's obviously going to, yeah, look to try and sort of chase down the other kernel and stuff down there. Once he sort of gets the exchange done, he's going to come round for the other one. So I might just sort of move the spy into position now. So okay, if he's going to go there, I can sort of just 2-square rule him. But I've got to try and get the route ready. Alright, so if I go here, and then that sort of just play that game with him for the time being. And I just need to make sure I can get this miner now out, and the other kernel obviously. So alright, so let me see, if I go there, he's going to go there. Alright, so the miner thing isn't necessarily going to work, so I might just sort of drag back a bit now, then go again. I mean, he's probably a that okay, so that's handy. There is a bomb there, that I had the Louis there. So yeah, I just need to sort of get this behind now then. I mean, the likelihood of another bomb there. Oh right, okay, well, so right, so what was that there? That's the other kernel. So well, he's sort of, you know, causing a bit of problems there, so somehow, yeah, so now at least, yeah, I can sort of get my general back into play a bit now. That we know is his kernel, so I mean, I could sort of technically want to get that out of there now. Let's see what we got going on down here. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we know that that's the kernel down there as well, so everything else here we can sort of pin and take. He wants to sort of throw it away. Move in and sort of systematically deal with stuff down here. Oh wow, okay, so there, that'll come in very handy. Nice little major for us. So very nice indeed. What's the best way here? So yeah, let me sort of drag this back now. Bring that there. If he wants to sort of chase down there. Oh, I see. So he's sort of doing it that way. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna. I think he may have me on this 2 square rule there. So I better go this way, really. Yeah, sort of leave him like that. So alright, well, yeah, so then that meant as well, okay, we got this other kernel down here now. But he doesn't seem to be aware of the 2 square rule, which is a good thing in my favour here now. Okay, so well, he's got that captain there, so I mean, he's going to potentially sort of lotto, I guess. But where are we now? So I'm up. Oh, he's up captains on me, isn't he? So, but I'm up the kernel. So I mean, I guess I've got to get rid of that kernel. I mean, I guess I can sort of just see what he's going to do here. He may lotto into that bomb. No, he's not. Alright, well, I'll have to get rid of him then. So that's a bit of a shame, because I mean, he's obviously got the captains, but at least, yeah, what that's sort of meaning is now the only threats are majors down the left for me. I'm a little bit sort of scuppered with the general and my kernel. I need to sort of get that out. I mean, there's a potential obviously for his spy. So I mean, what I may do, yeah, I may just start to move this miner along, just so if it is a spy coming in, okay, so I mean, he is sort of putting that threat in there. So which would mean I need to sort of let his general one way then. So I mean, I guess I've got to somehow let it out. hopefully it'll go along. And if it's his spy, it'll sort of force that away, and I can at least sort of look to, oh wow, okay, so he decided to do that, so that's interesting. I mean, if he wants to take that minor, then that's alright. I mean, I can still sort of look to now stop him from going too far. I mean, if he wants to sort of I mean, I'm hoping he'll go down. I mean, I could sort of technically get his general off the board, really. It might be the best bet, but let's just move up with this major and see what he's... Yeah, I mean, that is his... likely to be his major now. I mean, I need to get my other major then round here then. But I mean, the problem is, you see, he's now looking to sort of do exchanges, and I am sort of down pieces on him. I mean, I'm down the 2 captains, the 2 Louis. I mean, I've got the 2 sergeants, but it's not going to do me a great deal of good. It's a shame I didn't get as much material out of the whole thing as I could have done. So, alright, well, I mean, I've got to press up, I guess. Now with my what's his situation on scouts as well. I might just sort of look to try and sort of maybe somehow get I mean, I guess it's likely to be his major that's coming in, but it could be a minor. But I think, yeah, out of the most of it, I think it's likely to be a major. So I mean, do I sort of really want to take the risk of it being a minor coming in? I mean, now he's probably looking to sort of go after that captain now, or down, whatever's in here. So I might just sort of take it easy there. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, I can with my now that's brilliant. I mean, he doesn't seem to have thought that I would do that, so that is handy. So I mean, now then is obviously the major that I would imagine is this then charging in. So I mean, I guess I've got to sort of cover that in case it's a minor. Wow, well. So okie dokie then. So I mean, really, he could now potentially quit, because he's made a bit of a hash of that, going for that bomb. That was his last. And I mean, the fact that the spy was moved up in the right place at the right time worked a treat for it, you know. So let's see. I mean, we know we got this Louis now. So I mean, that was quite amazing, because I was really sort of, I thought I was going to lose, to be honest, because I was down so many pieces. When we change your system, stream is fine, shots fired already. Well, I'm looking to get to gold, and I have actually changed this, Nikos. I don't know if you watched the last batch of streams. Theo, sorry, good to see you, Theo. I didn't see you for a while. I thought it was Nikos there for a minute. Yeah, I have sort of changed this. I've now got like a 2-pronged attack down there, you know. But I did actually change the system a little while ago. I really went on a bad losing run, but the problem is I was sort of back to square one from the beginning, because alright, so okay, well, I don't need to risk my captain now. Yeah, because I hadn't had the practice I needed with a new setup, I was really just getting even worse, you know. I was sort of starting from scratch, you know. So you know, it just didn't work for me. So I found what I wanted to do was just make a bit of a change to this one and develop it, and then that way, obviously, you know, I was able to kind of you know, make some more progress again, basically, you know. So alright, well, let's get this one done and dusted, get this Louis out. We can sort of just block the lane here, get this done now before this comes round. Yeah, I mean, we could sort of look to pin this now, I guess, you know. If anything else comes down there, then we got that major there dealing with that, so that's alright. We can even salvage that spy if he wants to do that. Let's see. I mean, the other ones are obviously then the captains, so we can sort of shuffle along if we need be with Marshall and the major over there. Get those I mean, this may be a captain, yeah, so that's handy. Get that done and dusted. Just shuffle this one over, because yeah, he's going to go that way. So we just look to sort of pin everything in here, you know. If he wants to sort of try and do stuff. I mean, he's, you know, as I say, probably got another captain. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, well, I guess what I'll do there is just leave that. Let's see here. If I can maybe I'll just look to pin this one up here. Oh, okay, so that's handy. You sort of let me get that one out. So I can just protect there. So that's alright. So, I mean, out of all of these, I mean, I guess he's got his sort of captain through these centre ones, really. I mean, if all he's going to have down there is a minor, and obviously that area of the board for me is not important. Okay, so that's another captain biting the dust there. And then I guess the other one may be around the other side. I mean, all he's, you know, all he can do down there realistically is come in with minors, and I can just sort of get those off him. He looks like he's got a lot of minors anyway left over. Yeah, he's got them all, so I can sort of just get all this stuff out. Okay, so yeah, he just came in with all his captains there. Alright, so well, now then, you know, I mean, this is what I thought, that he's probably just got his minors there. So, I mean, what I'd like to do, you know, is sort of go in on stuff, try and attack on... now, actually, I need to be aware, yeah, that I don't need to necessarily lose my minors now. So, I can just shuffle these ones out a bit. Use my Louis, use that Louis there. So that's alright, yeah, that's perfect. So... he's just a bit of a... I mean, now... oh, right, okay, so I think he's given that one up. Oh, that's just a scout. I mean, he's probably coming in with a Louis to try and deal with that sergeant. So stop him on that. So, alright, well then, so... I mean, if I want to get a minor in on something, I guess it's going to be over there. So I shall try and do that. I mean, he's not got any captains now, so... I've got a bit of a clear route, really. Okay, so he's got something down there, and so I think that moved anyway. Alright, so yeah, if he's going to do that, we're going to have one of these, so that'll be alright. I mean, he sort of came in for this. I think that's just another Louis, isn't it? So you don't need to worry too much about my minor down there. I can sort of pin him in and just save him coming back out again, I guess, you know. So that's alright. That's one of his other Louis going to bite the dust. That's fine. So yeah, as I say now, then I guess all I want to realistically do is maybe sort of try and try and get in on his flag now, so I can sort of just close in on him. Okay, so that's one of the ones that's moved. Now, yeah, I have got his spy, so that's alright. Just closing on this one. I mean, got that captain down there as well anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit surprised he hasn't sort of quit really, but he's obviously wants to give it his dying breath, you know, to do it. So alright, so I'll just move in on this stuff now. I mean, I'd like to, as I say, get a miner up here now and just get it in on this stuff here. So okay, so yeah, I mean, a lot of his stuff is just miners. So I wonder, yeah, I mean, this might be the sort of set of 3 bombs that we got down there. Okay, I better block that bridge off, thinking about it. Oh, okay, so that's just a miner. I wonder if he's going to move that out. He is, okay. So we'll just pin on that. And chip away, yeah. So what else have we got going on, I wonder? I might just sort of move up on here. Try and get a fix on this end one here. Get it so it can't move. Because, you know, that's obviously the mistake I made there. Alright, so that is a bomb. Alright, so not exactly sure how he's got things set. Now, obviously that's going to then go around that way, so let's just pin it this way. He wants to do that. What do you think here? I mean, yeah, I suppose I should realistically just sort of close in with the marshal down there, I guess. But yeah, I don't want to let him in sneakily, really. I mean, what's he got? He's only got 1 Louis left anyway, so I guess I could move my Louis up this way to defend and just sort of press it. And then yeah, the sergeant will just sort of deal with anything left over after that, I guess, you know. So okay, well, so now then, yeah, I don't need to worry too much then now. I can just sort of close in there. Move that one over now a little bit. And yeah, let's sort of go and munch all this stuff now. Okay, let's see what he's going to do there. Just move out, I dare say, yeah. So we'll just sort of close in that way. And we'll just get this miner done because yeah, he's going to come that way. But we'll block him off again. He's trying desperately to work his way through. I mean, you know, let's give him credit, guys, that he's probably trying to desperately work out the best way. But he's going to find himself all blocked in down there. So okay, well, let's sort of press on this one then, close him in. And what's the best way here? Well, yeah, I mean, he's gonna do it that way so that you can try and get through, yeah. So that's alright, no problem there. He's going to shortly run out of stuff to move. I mean, bomb wise, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So I mean, I might just sneak in now with a miner, let him sort of play around with that if he wants, just to sort of get the satisfaction of the flag catcher on field. He may quit before he gives me a chance, though, once he sees me trying to do that. Or what we may even get now is a buffer rundown, you know. So sorry guys, yeah, so when you change it, a good win. Thanks Brian, thanks, yeah. So yeah, as I say, Theo, I'm sticking with this at the moment because it is actually a variation of what I was doing anyway originally. It's an evolving setup, you know. So yeah, it's working out alright for me now. I'm sort of getting myself back up the ladder. I did have some bad games with it. But certainly while I feel confident with it and getting more and more used to it, I'm going to use it to try and get me as far as possible. I mean, what I did last time is once I'd had a run at bad results, then I sort of obviously looked to change it. So I think maybe sort of that might happen again, is that if I get on a losing streak, I might look to change. But yeah, I think we've got a sort of sour grapes buffer run down here, guys. You know, not pleased about the turn of events on there. So I apologise on their behalf for them being a bad sport, not being able to hit that surrender button in honour and grace. Unfortunately, you know, can't win them all. I've learnt that lesson the hard way many a time. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see, you know, what happened there. And I've got the live feedback going for me. Let me reload this. I hope that's going out to you. I think it is. You said good win there, Brian, so I think you've seen that it was going well. I mean, you know, we haven't got the official victory come up yet, but I mean, the way it's going, you don't think it's going to come back to this. So I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have thought so. So I'm not sure how long that was. Possibly about half hour, is it? Yeah, about that. So I'm not sure. I may try one more, but I do like to have the little breaks and that, because they just come back a bit fresher, you know. But we're doing all right today. This will be 3-1 on the board now. 3 wins, 1 loss, I believe. But this had its sort of moments of wondering, you know, whether it was going to happen or not. But once I sort of, I'm trying to remember what the key moments are. Yeah, he sort of came in, didn't he, with his Marshall, yeah, right onto the spy there it was, wasn't it? So that was a bit surprising that he did that. So yeah, I mean, you know, they don't all do that. So sometimes this is the thing that's sort of happened as I've gone up the ladder. You know, you sort of encounter players that don't fall for these kind of tricks and tips, you know, tricks that I do, bluffs and stuff, and then it kind of makes me wonder if I could sort of have to change my game with that, in that respect, the bluffs. But you've got to kind of stick with your guns, really. You got to stick true to yourself, really. And I tend to always sort of do that. So I mean, with my bluffs, excuse me guys, I'm always sort of drinking my coffee too quick if it sounds like I'm sort of clearing my throat or burping. Oh wow, he's sort of doing a double run down there. He doesn't like that. So yeah, what was I saying there was, yeah, the bluffing and stuff, you know. But what I do tend to do with my bluffs anyway, I'm always sort of, when I do them, I've always got to kind of weigh out as well, you know, so that it's not the end of the world if the bluffs don't work. I do tend to sort of cover myself a little bit, or, you know, I mean, there are some games on the channel where I've made bluffs and it was shocking. It's not really the way I do them. I have made errors big time. I mean, bluffing with a spy on a big piece is really risky, you know, so I don't like to do that. I mean, my favourite bluff is with a scout on a general, sort of chase down a oh, I wonder if we've got one of these characters going to come back, or yeah, you sort of go with a scout on a general and sort of chase the general down, and then sort of either flush out the spy or then shoot in on a square that you feel could be the spy, and sort of do it that way. I do enjoy those ones. So let's see here. I mean, you know, he's only got 2 minors. Okay, so alright, so he's one of these characters that's sort of trying to see here if I've left. I mean, yeah, he's got, so that is literally it, isn't it? He's got his 2, oh, he's got his 1 minor now there. That's it. Yeah, sorry, I sort of totally forgot that. Ah, one of these characters, that's sort of coming and going, seeing if I'm gonna disappear before the buffer runs out, Well, I haven't seen one of these characters for a while that sort of does it like this. So we'll see. I wonder if he'll come back again, you know. But I mean, he sort of came back, waited to see if I'd left, and tested it when he was sort of down. And the fact that I moved straight away, you know, he probably won't come back at all this time, I wouldn't have thought, because he knows I'm sort of going to stick around for that sweet, sweet victory, you know. And why not? Well, why wouldn't I? I mean, the problem with this type of thing is that I'm at the mercy of obviously a disconnect of my own, and there is one sad one on there where I sort of beat I think it was a gold player as well. I was winning, and my own disconnection sort of couldn't get back in time, and I lost the game. So I'd much rather they died with honour and hit that surrender button just for my own safety. So, but time's ticking, the clock is ticking on this character, and I wonder what we get. I mean, that was a silver marshal, so it's good it was above us again, so it's got to be good, decent points for us. I mean, the way this is sort of now panned out with this extra time, I might just have the break, you know, and then what that does is it leaves us 20 minutes for the hour. So yeah, it'll work out better if I schedule for the next hour at the 1 AM GMT for the next stream. It gives us a chance to just have a little break. Oh, okay, so here we go. Come on then, guys. Let's not see an anomaly as well on the scores here. Plus 13 silver marshal. Wow. Okay, that is brilliant. So, all right. So what am I on? So I need another 17 to crack gold today. So we've got to do that. That's our mission here. We've got plenty of time to do it. I've got about another 5 hours, 4.5 hours. So I've got to keep this winning streak going. I think that's 3 on 1 on the board. It might be 4 on 1. I'm not sure. Let me know, guys, if you have followed them all. Great to see you guys, 2 of you there, and brilliant. Thanks a lot, Theo and Brian, for joining in there on the chat. Glad the stream is fine. Thanks for letting me know about that as well. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm playing really well today, so that's really good. That's a good sign. Had that one loss. Don't think I really sort of mucked up too much myself, just maybe in my defence and my counting the pieces, but I felt like I was in a similar boat on that one, you know. So yeah, I mean, I think there's key moments there when I need to sort of, those moments when the general and the marshal were revealed, you know, those moments are so key about what to do, you know. So I think I'm on point with that a little bit today. So alright, so let's do this. Yeah, about 17 minutes time, guys. See you on the next one. Alright, much appreciated for all your support. Give that one a thumbs up, please, guys, if you enjoyed that one. I really did. Alright, see you soon. Bye.